I know this is gonna be controversy, but I don't rate Charlotte at all. I think they're shit. Yeah, and, like, they made the playoffs, but they embarrassed themselves. Like, it just showed they didn't deserve to be there.
I agree. I think it's this. It's like Dean Smith, I think, puts them a little bit more like optimistic, I think, for their season, but the roster is still highly flawed. And yeah, I don't see this window really doing much. They probably need, yeah, 2, 3 windows probably. Is Dean Smith going to stick around for that long?
Dean Smith coming to Charlotte's cool and all, but come on, guy, it's Dean Smith. Like, let's pretend he joined your Premier League club that you support.
You wouldn't be excited.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's just because he's like a kind of cool English manager coming here, like we're all like, oh shit. But I'm like, dude, we all know he's mid as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, I fully disagree there. Dean Smith is an elite manager. He is an elite manager, but the problem is, does he have the patience for this project? Like, why would he have the patience for this project? What are they paying him underneath the table to stay there?
You'd think if he was an elite manager, he'd get a job in the Prem.
Well, and that's what I mean is like, no, he still could. Are we kidding? Like, the clubs that are hiring these retreads in the Prem, like, you don't think Dean Smith could get one of those? Like, he's being paid some buku money.
How does Charlotte just have money for a coach but nowhere else on the field? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Tepper doesn't know where he wants to spend his money because he can't even do it with the Panthers either. Now, Tepper's spending this money on a coach, but at the end of the day, like, is that really going to impact how much of a better, like, the better play on the pitch? I don't really think so.
I think this experiment with Dean Smith is going to be a dumpster fire. I'm calling it now. They're going to be like how Toronto was when they first got Bernadeschi and Signe, and like, yeah, they're not going to be good, bro.
I'll say this about Dean Smith. We can't forget, right? People say not a great manager. He took an Aston Villa side that was in the championship, not doing anything, and got them through with young players through from the championship playoff and into contention in the Premier League. Not just doing what Luton Town and Sheffield United and Burnley are doing.
How many great managers have we seen that have done great things in Europe come to MLS and be successful?
Fine. That's not okay. First off, I want you to hear the whole point I'm making because I'm only talking about his European record at the moment. Okay, just give me a second. One, to combat the point you made earlier of him being an overrated manager, that's a shit take. It's absolutely shit take. He's 100% a good manager. I think he's getting paid an arm and a leg to be in MLS and to try and build a side that's similar to those successful teams that he's managed overseas, right? Young, hungry. Maybe you have one or two flashes in the pan in terms of like youth stars that start to step up and rise above everybody else, like Jack Grealish did back at Villa. I'm not saying that that's what he's going to get at Charlotte, but that's what they're hoping for with him, right? Now, is he going to be able to do it? I don't know. There's so many instances and examples of managers coming from overseas and not performing in Major League Soccer. It's a completely different league. I agree. But he hasn't done anything yet, so we can't really call him overrated or a shit manager, right? He's done nothing.
I've already seen this cycle. I've already seen how this goes.